The horses coming on the track for tonight's featured 10th race. This is the running of the $134,000 Los Alamitos Maiden Stakes. 3-year-old quarter horses run 350 yards. Rider change number 1, Chaka Chaka, 1 Andrade. Post time in 9 minutes at 10:35. Time now to introduce the field for the $134,000 Los Alamitos Maiden Stakes. Number 1, Chaka Chaka, is owned by the Ichihai Desert Farms and trained by Roberto Ramirez. The rider, 1 Andrade. Number 2 is Fool the Boys, owned by Ed Allred and trained by Scott Willoughby. In the saddle, Raul Ramirez Jr. The big favorite, the fastest qualifier, is number 3, Tailgunner Tom, who is owned by the Kalani Farms and trained by Paul Jones. Doing the riding, Cody Jensen. Number 4, A First Down, is owned by Connie Hall Racing, Bloom, Brandsness, Cunningham, and Reed, and trained by Connie Hall. The jockey is Eddie Garcia. Number 5 is Sunbrook Lane, who is owned by Blaine Bateman and trained by Paul Jones. The jockey, Freddie Martinez. Number 6 is Honor Me Good, who is owned by Charles Morgan and trained by Brett Vickery. The pilot, Rodrigo Aceves. Number 7, She's Checking Him Out, owned by Paul Jones and Thompson Racing Incorporated, trained by Paul Jones. The jockey is Ramon Sanchez. And number 8 is Gather the Roses, owned by Gianni Franco Samaha and trained by Paul Jones. In the saddle, Cesar D'Alba. Number 9 is Reckless and Traffic, owned by Jesus or Rigoberto Leon and trained by Jesus Nunez. The rider, Alejandro Luna. And number 10, Shablazin, is owned by Robert G. Parra and trained by Danny Montes. The jockey is Saul Ramirez.
Welcome back to Los Alamitos race number 10. Tonight's a featured event, $134,000 Los Alamitos Maiden Stakes. Filled to 10 to go postward, exacta, trifecta, superfecta, and late daily double available for you here in race at number 10. Well, top choice for us. How can we go against Tailgunner Tom? Qualified to 2 Grade 1 events. One of those $1 million race. Only beat the neck in that Grade 1 event there versus Ancient Ruler. And he was the fastest qualifier. Well, I'm taking a deep breath in 17:30 and some change. Very solid performance, looking good in the racetrack. We'll make him our top choice. Well, the one we've always liked. This is owned by a friend of mine, Terry Thompson and Paul Jones, and they also bred the horse. She's checking him out. here for the connections, and she's always shown the ability. We always thought she'd be bigger, better, faster, and stronger as a 3-year-old, and she wants more distance. Well, she gets 350 tonight. She always had trouble, and she always finished out very, very strongly. She's had trouble in both of her last 2 races, but she's won them both. Last time she broke slow out, bumped back, lost to the length, showed some big running weight. She finished out very, very well on her own. Galloped out very, very strong. She's just got a lot of ability, and I expect her to even go fast here tonight. We'll give her a look as our second choice. Well, number 10, Shablazin, did 2 races back over a wet, fast track. Did not care for the slippery conditions at all whatsoever. Threw the race out. Last time from the outside post in her Derby trial, her Maiden Stakes trial, she was very, very quick. She drifted a little bit late, but she was still finishing out very, very nicely. She's drawn outside once again, so I expect her to run exactly like that. If that be the case, we'll give the connections for Denny Montez and Robert Parr. I look as our third choice. Number 6, Sunbrook Lane. That's a 2 3/4 length victory there. The horse that was right next to her happened to take a bad step and kind of scattered the field, so that was kind of a anomaly there. That's not quite as good as it looks, but still was a pretty solid performance there for Paul and the connections. This will be our super effective filler here in race number 10. The Lowell Samuels Maiden Stakes, $134,000 purse. Exacted, trifecta, late, daily double, super effective wagering as well. Race 10, let's go with the 3, Tailgunner Tom.
The horses are now approaching the starting gate. The horses are now at the gate. ready to go into the gate for the $134,000 Los Alamitos Maiden Stakes. The first two to go in. Chaka Chaka and Honor Me Good. Fool the Boys coming up. Next in will be She's Checking Them Out, along with the favorite Tailgunner Tom. We now have half the field in the gate with Tailgunner Tom. A First Down's ready to come up as well. And Gather the Roses to go in. A First Down didn't make it in though, so going to try again with A First Down. In the meantime, Reckless in Traffic to the gate. Now A First Down to go in. We'll have two more left to load, Sunbrook Lane and Shablazin. And here's Sunbrook Lane to come up. Shablazin to go in. She's checking him out, just a bit nervous. All in the gate. And away they go. And a beautiful start for Tailgunner Tom and Honor Me Good. Shablazin to the extreme outside. Chaka Chaka, she's checking him out, and Gather the Roses all trying to close in, but Tailgunner Tom just spurts away from the field under Cody Jensen. Very, very impressive. Fool the Boy is going to rally on for second. She's checking him out, finishing third. Gather the Roses fourth here in the Los Alamitos Maiden Stakes. And number 3, Tailgunner Tom, is the unofficial winner. Number 2, Fool the Boy, is running second. There is a photo for the show. Number 7, She's Checking Him Out third. Number 8, Gather the Roses fourth. And now returning to the winner's circle, victorious in the Los Alamitos Maiden Stakes, is number 3, Tailgunner Tom. Owned by the Kalani Farms and trained by Paul Jones, winning rider Cody Jensen. Tailgunner Tom is a 3-year-old colt bred in Texas by Franny Stewart and is by Corona Cartel out of Dash Free. Winning time for the 350 yards is 17.33 seconds. Final 220 yards at 9.40 seconds. Race 10 is official. The $1 exacta combination, numbers 3 and 2. The exacta returns $30.70. This marks the stakes record time for the Los Alamitos Maiden Stakes, eclipsing the record of 17:35 set by a mere splash last year. Here is the $1 trifecta 3, 2, and 7, $171.30. And the $1 superfecta 3, 2, 7, and 8 pays $1,308.40. Post time for the 11th and final race in 17 minutes at 11 o'clock. Quarter horses to run 350 yards. Rider change number 8, Charcoal Julie. Santiago Mendez, 7 pounds over.